All right, you should be good.
All right, what's up, true believers, and welcome to the penultimate place to get all your Marvel news, our MCU reviews, and fireside chats, all things Marvel. This is episode 54 of the Marvel Mondays initiative here at the Penultimate Conquest. Today's topic is our discussion of Marvel's 2022 Comic-Con, and it was a doozy, to say so the least. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast service, please feel free to give us a good rating on that platform. It helps the algorithms and it helps us grow our audience. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider dropping a like and a sub, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications for when we go live with our other shows, like the Penultimate Game Show, the Cross Media Show, and Anime Nation. For those of you who don't know me, it's first time being back in a while. Yeah, hi, my name is Eric Yen, your friendly neighborhood host for the evening. And alongside me today is our director of operations, head of S.H.I.E.L.D., one Ben Guerrero. Ben, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know if you know this, Eric, but I was also crowned the chip demigod yesterday.
Oh, the chip demigod. Did
Yeah.
you win on Mario Golf?
I did not, but I had the most chip-ins. So, yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
you gotta take wins when you can.
Exactly. If you can't
You
beat them,
understand?
join them.
Um, of course, Ruben is talking about yesterday's stream we had for our second anniversary. They had a good time playing some Fall Guys, Fortnite, right? Did y'all play Fortnite?
Yep, we played some Fall Guys, some Fortnite, and some Mario Kart.
Mario Golf, yeah.
Sorry, Mario Golf. Yes.
Yeah. I think later they're going to be doing Rocket League and
Yes, for another stream we will be doing Rocket
Mario
League
Kart.
and
So
Mario
yeah,
Kart. Yeah.
very fun. Again, yeah, I've been gone for a bit because I am changing careers and moving houses, so I don't have a lot of free time. But anyway, it is time to discuss. We're just going to get straight into it, unless you have anything else you want to add.
Listen, man, I'm ready to talk Marvel.
All right. We're just going to get straight into the news here, and that is, of course, recapping Marvel's 2022 Comic-Con news. And of course, like I said earlier, it's a lot. So we're just going to get straight into it. Let me get this up here. So first off, Marvel on Friday had an animation panel. And of course, talking about all the new stuff because animation apparently is growing ever since What If. So they showed off a few projects. They showed off the new trailer for I Am Groot, which premieres on August 10th. It's going to be 5 shorts, and then they said like at a later date they're going to do 5 more. And Ruben, what did you think of the trailer? Did you see the trailer?
I did not see the trailer, unfortunately,
Okay,
Eric. I'm sorry.
it's only like a minute long. It's Groot. It's baby Groot doing stuff, him dancing,
Right, but
exploding things.
it's weird that it's Baby Groot still.
Yeah, I think this was just supposed to be, hey, this is a really fun one. That's all we're doing here. This
Yeah,
is just going to be fun.
I guess. I would rather much have Teenage Groot, you know? Oh, shit.
Oh my God! From the
Oh,
reaches
fuck.
of space,
Listen
comes
up.
the master of cinema,
It's
Christian
fucking
Macias.
everything up,
Christian,
man.
how are you?
First of all, Eric, I miss you so much. I'm happy to hear your voice, even though I'm not on the show today. So I'll be continuing to listen.
Thank
Before you
you.
get on with it, I need to give my 2 cents on the animation. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong, everyone.
You're
The
wrong.
animation looks awesome. I Am Groot looks incredible. Spider-Man freshman year? Are you kidding me? It looks incredible. Wait, I think honestly it looks better than the movies. And I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Thank you, Christian. It's good to hear your voice too. I realized I forgot to mention earlier. I got like the Jim Gordon Harley Quinn look going
Yeah,
on here, like really
you
disheveled
do.
with the mustache.
I'm here for
So,
it, Maddie. I'm here for it.
I gotta clean that up.
No, you should just leave it.
But anyway,
Love
yeah,
it.
it's good. That's a good segue right there. Christian was talking about. We're gonna go into Spider-Man freshman year. First off, sad news for it. It doesn't come out until 2024,
Yeah.
which is wild. But a lot of good stuff from it. It's gonna be showing Peter obviously in freshman year, and crazy thing here, Ruben. I don't know if you saw. It's
What's
not
that?
gonna be Tony, who's his mentor. It's gonna be Norman Osborn.
I don't know what they're doing with this show. Like,
I think this is very much gonna be a multiverse thing.
it's got to be.
Like that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
It's multiverse story.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, like, you know, why?
I mean, cool stuff. I mean, I think that's the big thing with Phase 4. It's just they're doing different stuff. And of course, this isn't Phase 4, which we'll get into later. This is going to be coming in. But yeah, they showed Norman Osborn's going to be in it. Harry Amadeus Cho is going to be in it. Other characters from what?
And Nico
Yeah,
from. What are they doing with this show, Eric?
I think it's going to be cool. And of course, the big reveal is that Charlie Cox coming back as Daredevil for the show.
I
He
was
showed off
talking.
his black and red suit.
I was talking to the guys about this yesterday. I'm not here for the suit. The suit looks like a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A Daredevil ripoff from South America.
That's a very specific
Yes.
continent to choose from.
Yes, because it's something that happens, and I would know because I've seen it happen a lot.
You've witnessed
Well,
South American Daredevil.
I haven't witnessed South American Daredevil per se, but like the ripoffs that you see constantly, like just it's not Spider-Man. It's no, that's crazy. Well, okay, this suit looks better than the live action one, is Christian saying. Yes, I agree.
Like which live action one?
The She-Hulk
talking about
live
here?
action one.
Hey, whoa, easy, Ruben. That's very comic accurate.
It
And we're
is
gonna be
very
getting
comic
into that.
accurate, but at the same time, like we had a perfect suit with.
Yeah, I mean,
Netflix.
I guess they kind of want to like get away from that, even though it is perfect. Like I think the Netflix Daredevil suit is incredible.
It's absolutely incredible.
So, had some of that, and let's see what else we had here. Oh, they announced the second season automatically. It's Spider-Man sophomore year, so that's a great name for it. And let's see here. Yeah, also Ned's not in this, so obviously this tells me this is not like
Yeah, it's so.
this is not
weird.
Prime. This is not 616. This is something else. But again, just tell a cool story. That's all I need.
I get it, but at the same time, don't try to incorporate it with, because originally what we thought it was going to be was like, hey, this is Peter's freshman year story.
Yeah.
But now they're changing it up. Just change the name. Don't try to incorporate it to the.
Then some of the villains that are going to be in it. Unicorn. That's a cut right there. Chameleon, Scorpion, Speed Demon, Tarantula, Rhino, and Doc Ock. So that's gonna be interesting. Doc Ock had very, very old school look to him, which I liked. So yeah, Spider-Man freshman year. I think it's very exciting. I think once we see it in action, like actually see the animation, I think we'll have a better feel of what we think the show is going to be. But for right now, I think it very much like Peter's got that very 1963 Peter look.
Yeah.
From this comic. So I think that was really cool. Moving on here, they had What If. Apparently, they also showed the first episode of season 2 of What If, and apparently it was really good. So apparently, from what I saw, it's supposed to be like Peggy's Winter Soldier episode.
Yeah.
Where like Steve comes back and fights the Hydra Stomper.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. But yeah, they showed that in this season, they're going to have Yondu, young Peter Parker, Korg, Valkyrie, Shang-Chi, Wenwu, Odin, Red Guardian.
Yeah.
So, and of course, we're probably going to have that episode we were supposed to have last season with Gamora and Tony.
Mm-hmm. Mario's in the chat. Sorry.
What'd you say?
Mario's in the chat asking me, how does changing the name fix anything? It fixes everything, Mario. Like I said, they tried to incorporate this when they first announced this. They were trying to incorporate this like, hey, yeah, we know we didn't see Peter's from the MCU, his freshman year story, or how he got bit by the spider or anything. But like, this is it. We're telling you this story, and now they've changed the story completely.
I think the fact I see what you mean. I think the fact we now know it's the multiverse saga, I think you can just do whatever now.
Right. I just feel like this should have been another show, is what I'm saying.
But do you think it's better though that in like our Earth Prime, Peter, we didn't get all that? It would just go like so we already know the story.
Yes and no. I you know me, I'm a big Uncle Ben believer. I kind of missed that from this.
Mhm.
Even though No Way Home tried to fix it with giving Aunt May the line, I don't know. It's something missing from this story for me.
Okay. Well, hopefully, like I said, once we see a trailer or something, maybe we'll become more on board with it.
Let's hope.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they also announced season 3 of What If is happening because they really talked about how big of a deal What If was, and a big deal. It got nominated for an Emmy too, which is crazy.
Interesting.
What If is good. Watch What If. Of course, there's some duds, but there are a lot of good episodes in there. Party Thor is an awesome episode. Watch Party Thor. Um, Next up, they talked about Marvel Zombies. And of course, we had that episode of Marvel Zombies and What If, and they're bringing it back up for its own show. Of course, the big thing they said about this one is that it will be mature. Like there will be gore and blood that you expect from a zombie show.
Yeah.
So I think that's really neat. Um, the Some of the heroes that are going to be coming in will be Yelena. So maybe Florence Pugh Pugh will reprise her role. Christian will be excited about that.
It's like a
Um, Kate Bishop, Jimmy Woo, Death Dealer,
Jimmy Woo
which
is still alive.
hmm?
Jimmy Woo still being alive is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi and Kamala are going to be in it. So those are the new heroes. They're going to have Zombie Hawkeye, Captain America, Ghost, Abomination, Scarlet Witch, Okoye, and Icarus. And that's interesting.
So my question to you is this the continuation of the What If episode, or is this just a
I think it could be. I think that would be the best thing to do is go forward with that because like that was very much at the end of that episode things were really kind of bleak,
yeah?
and so maybe you can just continue with that and just show how they're still living
Okay.
through it. But
Well, yeah.
it'd be cool. I think it's a fun one you put around like next year around Halloween time.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, barely. You're
Okay.
really low.
Really low. Okay. How about now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
I think that putting that around Halloween time would be cool because we don't really have any Halloween stuff for
Yeah.
Marvel, and there's so much you could do with it. Like we're getting a holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy. You could do something Halloween related, so I think this would be a good time for that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. This is really good. Just
And then the
zombies.
big reveal for this panel was X-Men '97 cartoon. This is a big deal. Ruben, are you excited for this?
No, I'm not an X-Men
No.
fan at all.
Did you watch X-Men animated series?
I
Were you an
watched it.
X-Men Evolution guy?
No, again, I don't like the X-Men at all. I can't stand.
Okay.
Just the movies in general. It's just confusing as fuck.
Is there any X-Men, like specific X-Men that you like?
That I like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I only know like a handful of them.
It's okay. Well, they said it's going to be coming out next fall.
Yeah.
They showed some footage, but it wasn't like actual final animation. It was just like still shots and like let me see what the actual word is because I forgot it. It was a specific word.
I'm looking at a thumbnail from New Rockstars, and it looks like Magneto is going to be taking over for Professor
Yes,
X.
Magneto. That's the big thing. Magneto will be taking over the X-Men this time. And then they also said that Nightcrawler is going to be in it. Jubilee, pretty much all, and like it was everyone, but a little different. Like Storm's hair was different in this one than it was in the original animated series. But no, this is exciting. Like,
did you want this, or did you just want another?
yeah, I mean, this is
X-Men?
cool. Like, obviously, X-Men. Like, I really like X-Men. They're an important part of Marvel, just in general.
Right, but what
But
I'm saying is,
like X-Men weren't always my favorite. It was always like the Avengers and Spider-Man for me. But
Okay.
X-Men are super important, and this is going to be great.
okay.
So,
I guess what I'm asking is, would you have rather just taken an X-Men, and another animated X-Men TV show? That like
no, I
rebooted
think
all
the fact this is a continuation of the animated series just makes it just even cooler because that's one of the most beloved cartoons ever.
Okay.
So, I think this is good. This is
All
good
right.
for them. But yeah, and then they said that there's going to be a second season of it already greenlit. So
which is insane. They're green
Right.
lighting a bunch of shit that it hasn't even come out yet, which
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, do it. You're
Yeah,
Marvel. You can do
yeah.
whatever the fuck you want. Like, not paying VFX people and giving them, enough time to
Yeah.
make stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Mario's in the chat and he says X-Men 92 were one of the best things in media. I'm just so happy it's back. Well, Mario, some might say
It easily has one of the best theme songs. Like, if you look at the top 10 theme songs of all time and all TV,
Yes.
that is in there.
Yes.
I just hope they have Gambit. They need.
No.
Yeah,
Eric.
they need Gambit. We need
Eric,
some.
I already hear the Louisiana accent coming out of you. We don't need Gambit. Okay?
Oh,
There's a reason why that movie didn't get made yet. Because nobody needs it. Nobody needs it.
But that's like one of those things where it's kind of like Hulk. Like, it works better when he's with the other X-Men. We don't need a solo Gambit movie. Just put him with the X-Men.
Well, yeah,
that's where
what
he
I'm saying.
shines.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, like, put him in the show. I'm not talking about a Gambit movie. Just, like, put him in the show.
Put cards up? Like, come on, Eric.
That's not all he does, Ruben.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
All right.
Mario says he's in the promo art, so we will see him.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, that was the animation panel. And, of course, it's time to get to the big one, Ruben. Time to get to the big show. And I feel as though we can't do this properly just with ourselves.
You don't think so?
We're going to need some help.
Okay.
So, calling in from the Marvel Cinematic University is Professor Mario.
Oh, he can't go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Give me a sec.
We're having technical difficulties right now, but we're going to get him.
We're not having
here.
technical difficulties at all.
It's happening. Things are happening.
Mario, hop in the podcast waiting room.
Professor Mario is coming. Is the thing is we're gonna George Railroad Martin this. He's coming. Don't worry, he's coming. They're gonna get here.
He's here.
Hello.
Oh my God, there he is. The
How's it
voice
going?
inside of our heads, in the wheelchair.
Gene. I'm speaking you through from my mind. How's it going, everybody?
It's good.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Doing well. I'm watching the show along with everybody else. Ruben driving me crazy. Other than that, we're having a great time.
Ruben's
great
driving
time.
you crazy? What's the biggest thing that drove you crazy?
You said a lot of things.
That we didn't need an X-Men 97?
No, I'm just kidding. But ultimately, you're right. We don't need a Gambit movie. We just need a Gambit with everybody else.
Thank you.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry,
for sure.
Eric, but Louisiana's not that interesting.
You know, Ruben, I agree with you, man.
All right.
You're
I'm
not
glad
just
we're on
singing
the
to the
same
choir
page.
here.
Okay. All right. I'm just glad we're on the same page.
We got New Orleans and we got LSU football. That's about it. That's all we got down here.
And
of
even
course,
that,
I mean, I include like Saints and Mardi Gras and all that stuff down here, Ruben, and the culture, obviously. That's all we got.
Yeah, but even then, that's pushing it, you know?
You know what? You have the Giants and the Jets up there. I don't want to hear it. You live in Jersey, man.
First off, I am a New Yorker through and through, and I won't have you slander my name.
Isn't the Subway Series coming up soon? Don't you need to go watch the Yankees and the Mets play?
First off, I don't watch the Yankees. I watch the Mets, though. But, like, when it's the Yankees' turn to at-bat, I just turn off the TV.
Listen, Jersey's got 3 exports. Of course, it's Kevin Smith, The Sopranos, and Jersey Shore. So, it's all
So,
good.
0 out of 3. is what
Yeah,
you're
0 out of 3.
saying. Yeah.
Hmm.
They're batting. 1,000?
All right.
Is
It's
there?
time to get to the Lord himself, Kevin Feige. He blessed us, Ruben. Blessed us. Came out with his Miss Minutes hat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cameron Hawkins, for telling me there was a Miss Minutes hat on Twitter. I appreciated
Cam?
that. Because I didn't know, Ruben. You always got to know, what hat is Kevin Feige wearing?
Yeah, you never know. Miss
a
Minutes could
big
be
deal.
the big bad, pulling the strings.
So let's just get straight into this. First off, big news out of the gate. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is ending phase 4.
As I said, Eric.
People were freaking out.
Ruben was right. # Ruben was right.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but Ruben knows.
Because I couldn't watch the episodes you were talking about because I hadn't seen Thor yet, and I still haven't finished Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Just want you to know, just admit
you
it.
were right.
Ruben was right. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So what do we feel? How do we feel about that? Black Panther ending Phase 4. Ruben, I'm gonna start with you first.
I am the one person in the whole world right now that is a little worried about this movie. The trailer was a miss for me. I'm sorry. Like, the content was a miss. The trailer was a good trailer, but the content, I'm not sure what's happening here.
What?
Does that make
Don't
sense?
worry, Ruben. We're gonna have a special Black Panther. We're gonna have a special one for Black Panther, and you can tell us what your problems with it are.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I got to say then.
So, I think
I'm scared for this movie, Eric.
You're scared for this movie. I'm just talking about, like, what do you feel about it being the end of Phase 4?
Well, if I'm scared for the movie, I'm scared that it's gonna be a bummer of an ending.
Well, I'm looking at it this way because I know Feige himself talked about, like, Phase 4 was kind of like a reset for the MCU, especially after Endgame. And, you know, we're meeting all these new people. We're gonna have all the new Avengers right here. And I've said this before. I think creatively, Phase 4 is the best Marvel has ever been because they're trying a bunch of new stuff. With all these new shows and just new characters, stories, they wouldn't have done any of this in like the first 3 phases. So I think this is really cool, what they're doing. So Mario, what about you? What do you think about the fact that Black Panther is going to be into Phase 4?
It's funny. So before I recorded the last episode of Pitch Chat with my friend Harv, we had a discussion before we recorded, which I wish we recorded, which is me and him arguing the same points that we've always said about the direction of Phase 4, the direction of where we're going. And then I made the assumption that Wakanda Forever was the end of Phase 4. But it's because I totally forgot about all the other projects that were still announced, like Quantomania, Fantastic Four, and such. But for some reason in my mind, Wakanda Forever felt like a good stopping point. And so when it was actually announced that it was the end, I actually thought that it was a good starting point to the future of what is the next step after that. Picking obviously what I felt was the theme of this season, or this whole saga, or at least this just part of the saga, is there are duplicates of characters. There's more avenues, right? So we're picking the second Black Panther in our phrase so far. So yeah, I think it is a good sort of wrap up point for this section, and now we're moving on to even more bigger and better things.
Okay. Yeah, because it's wild now, because it used to be we're just movies. Now we have to incorporate TV shows and all that.
Yeah.
What was once a phase that lasted, let's see, like Phase 3, they're all about 3 years long. This one, not even 2 years.
Yeah.
Phase 4. So yeah, phases are going to look differently now, and so it's an interesting time. So piggybacking off of that, Feige started talking about Phase 5, which is there's a lot of stuff, good stuff in here. First off, I guess technically the first thing would be the Guardians Holiday Special, but I don't know if they're gonna like fully count that as the start. But
the Halloween Special too is supposed to happen as well. So I don't know.
Nice. We got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which I think is a great start because we're getting Kang right out of the gate.
It's exciting. I'm really excited.
And they showed off footage for that a little bit. Apparently Jonathan Majors had the cool line in it, like, "You're an Avenger, haven't I killed you before?" And then Peyton Reed came out and talked about this movie is going to take place a lot in the quantum realm. Good. And I think that's really interesting. And I think, like I said, I think that's a good start because you're getting the big bad. Like, you're introducing him now.
Yeah.
So, like, with Phase 4, we've had our chances. Like, hey, variants exist. Multiverse is a thing. Here it is. Here's the problem. Here's your Thanos level, possibly even bigger problem you're gonna have to deal with. So Ruben, are you excited for Quantumania?
Absolutely. As soon as I heard there was going to be a third Ant-Man movie, I'm like, I'm really hoping it's better than Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man and the Wasp, sorry. But, Ant-Man and the Wasp was still funny. It's just that the villain was kind of a letdown. But, you can't screw up potentially MODOK and Kang,
I mean, you could.
You absolutely could.
You could, but like at the same time, see, Kang could be screwed up. Like it's just a variant, Like MODOK, I feel like you need bring in
See,
the gun. Big
I'm the
guns.
reverse on that because Kang, I think Jonathan Majors is going to absolutely kill it.
Absolutely.
You know who the MODOK is supposed to be? Yellow Jacket from the first one, which is
No.
wild. That's the
No.
person that is MODOK is Corey Stoll in this. So that to me is what's a little
Wait.
worrying. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting very confused here. So what you're saying is he's playing two characters, or his?
No,
character...
do you remember he got zapped at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
He went into the quantum world and became MODOK. That was the news out of San Diego Comic-Con. That MODOK is played by Corey Stoll.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to check my sources on that.
That is fine. So if for my history of the Yellow Jacket has not been high, but I'm hoping that this is sort of his sort of reprieve of like getting a second chance at being a character that I find more interesting.
Yeah.
And MODOK is a wild ass character.
Yep.
So for him to go from being that to this, I think could absolutely work.
Yes, I have to agree. I mean, I liked his character in Ant-Man. I thought. Listen, it was better than fucking.
Ruben,
Loki
that's a
for the
take,
50th
buddy.
time, buddy. All right, for fuck's sake. All right, it was better than Loki for the 50th time, Eric.
Oh my! Oh God!
Right?
God!
Anyway,
You are the only person on this planet who probably thinks that Yellow Jacket is better than Loki.
all right.
So
you
I
know
don't
what?
want to hear it.
Give me a sec.
No!
Yeah, that's me yelling.
Just
in the
because
theater.
you have the soundboard
All
doesn't
right.
mean
That's
that
me
you're
yelling
right.
in the theater when they say, "Oh, it's Loki." You know.
Well, actually,
that is not going to be the reaction when we see him again.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Ruben,
as a villain.
I have scientific
Oh.
proof here that we, as a collective unit, thought that Darren Cross is number 21 on our list, and Loki
What I'm saying is
pretty high up
okay,
there.
Okay, let me rephrase this. Darren Cross had the quips to like banter with Ant-Man, you know? I gotta rewatch Ant-Man. It seems I gotta rewatch it. But
I'll
you
tell
know,
you what,
the quantum
Ghost, way
realm
better.
probably made him funnier, you know? Let's hope.
Probably, definitely crazier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting to see how they do MODOK. MODOK, obviously, big Marvel villain. So it'd be interesting. You're gonna have these two big ones.
Yeah. Big.
And yeah, I think that Jonathan Majors, like he stole the show from one episode, not even like maybe 5 minutes of screen time. So I have no problem with Kang.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, and it's got Paul Rudd. I mean, seriously, the
Can't
story
go
may
wrong.
be bad, but like Paul Rudd will keep the thing going.
Yep.
So, all right. Next up here we have. They talked about Secret Invasion. They showed some footage of that. They said it's going to be kind of like a Winter Soldier type thriller, which makes sense because the Skrulls have invaded all the highest forms of government, all the highest things of power. So I think that could be really neat. They showed some footage of a bearded Nick Fury hunting down some Skrulls. So that's supposed to be coming out early next year. Mario, I'm gonna start with you this time. Are you excited for Secret Invasion?
I'm very excited because I'm glad that it sounds like it's going to be a major departure from the actual comic book for the most part. It was a big event comic right after, I think, Civil War. And I think that this being more of a sort of crime thriller, not a crime thriller, but a political thriller, where, of course, there are infiltrations within the branches. And then obviously superheroes, they're just going to have some interesting cameos. Characters that are, possibly passed away can come back as well for small roles. There's so many different things that they could do that will hopefully lead to more darker stories. Because if I'm not mistaken, this was also the beginning of which villains started taking over in a lot of ways and doing things after this story. So that could potentially lead up to the eventual news that you're going to talk about later at this phase.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Ruben, are you excited for Secret Invasion?
So I'm still a little confused as to how Secret Invasion is going to be playing out in the MCU. The last we've seen of the Skrulls, they were helping out Nick Fury with S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm kind of confused as to how they're going to be turning into like the villain of the story.
It wouldn't be the ones working with Fury. It would be the maybe subsects of Skrulls that are also there.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Not every Skrull is a bad person, basically.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah.
But the Kree are all jerks.
Yeah.
That is true.
Except
All of them.
Yondu. Except Yondu.
Yeah.
Yep, Yondu's dope.
And his brother.
I'm just ready for Amelia Clark. That's all I'm ready for.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
She's totally gonna be the queen, right?
She's gotta
maybe.
be.
I hope so. She is queen like.
I just hope.
I think she's played a queen sometime before.
Yeah.
Don't
Uh,
and then well. And then well.
Everyone forgot about it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to what possibly could be the saddest Marvel movie. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Why sad?
And apparently it's going to be a big emotional roller coaster, Ruben.
Yeah, the trailer that they got to show at Comic-Con, apparently everyone was like somber and sad because it's definitely the end of
An era.
this sort of saga that they were telling. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for
even
reference.
James Gunn even said, they asked him, like, what about Guardians after this? Like, I don't care.
Oh
like,
shit. Okay.
So I think James Gunn, this is going to be the last movie James Gunn does with Marvel. Maybe he'll consult for cosmic stuff later in the...
maybe he'll consult for DC. Just be the head of.
Maybe.
DC.
He's doing Peacemaker season 2. So,
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm very excited for this. Of course, they showed. Apparently, I saw the footage of like a hand reaching in, trying to grab Baby
yeah.
Rocket, who looks so cute and so sad.
So adorable.
So the High Evolutionary is the bad guy. So he's the one. Ruben, do you know much about the High Evolutionary?
Wasn't he in the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
No.
But he was in a picture, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might have been like an Easter egg, but
Listen.
So it
don't
looks
know
like
shit about the Guardians
for
of
this
the
he
Galaxy.
did the experiments on Rocket.
Oh. Fuck. Okay.
So that actually
Alright.
could be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So,
If this is a rocket-focused movie, I'm all in. All right.
That's what they
That's my
said. They
favorite
said
thing.
Rocket is going to be a big focus of the story.
Bradley Cooper.
So-
Let's fucking get it, bro.
He said, well, they said this is the end. That doesn't mean everybody's going to die. So,
Yeah.
interesting.
I you know what I'm excited for? If they hopefully connect the story from the second one with the other team of quote unquote Ravengers or Guardians.
Mhm.
Because hey, I also been watching a lot of Rocky movies lately, and I would love to see Rocky on the big screen again.
I know Christian would love to see some more Michelle Yeoh. So,
Yeah.
For sure. And Miley Cyrus.
mhm.
She was in that?
Yeah, she was a robot head.
She was a robot head.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that one's going to be May of 2023. So I'm very excited. Guardians, it's crazy how much the Guardians are entrenched in pop culture now when they were
Yeah.
very much a C squad at best. Most people knew about. Then they talked about Echo. They showed Echo is going to be happening. They're filming it right now. Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in it. Are we excited for this?
I'm worried.
Word?
Yeah. I don't know how you put.
Go ahead.
I don't know how you're gonna put Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, I know how you're gonna put them in this. I just don't also know how you're gonna make a 18 episode show.
Oh, that's different.
That's separate. That's separate.
No, I know it's separate, but it's also like at the same time together. Like,
But you mean like well, Echo specifically, just about the character of Echo and how they're going to connect with the Daredevil universe. I'm curious about the character.
Yeah.
I know that Sly on MC University is a massive fan, obviously, via the
Yeah.
fact that the character is hard of hearing and also disabled. So for them to have a focus and to become possibly like one of the bigger heroes,
yes.
I think is really cool. And then how that will then eventually lead into that 18 episode series and how they could be in other shows as well.
Right.
I think this is just one of those times when I was talking about earlier. Like, this is definitely a new Marvel. They wouldn't have probably had a show like this before Disney Plus. So this is why Disney Plus is great, because
Yeah.
you could put like these stories. You can put these stories on Disney Plus. Put them on there. They'll probably be the most watched thing for like the day, and so it's great. So I'm excited because I thought Echo was pretty good in the Hawkeye show. So I'm excited to see more of them.
One of the better parts of the show.
Next up, they talked about Loki is filming right now, so Loki season 2 happening. So probably gonna get more multiversey
Yes.
in that regards.
Fuck yeah.
They talked about the Marvels a little bit. That's coming July 28th, 2023. So very exciting to see that go. They didn't talk much about it except like the focus is the 3 heroes.
Almost a year away.
Wow. Yep, almost a year away. Then next up, they mentioned Blade. We got a release date for Blade, Ruben.
Finally.
November 3rd, 2023. I don't know why they couldn't just go a week up earlier and make it a full Halloween movie.
They should
But-
have. They really should have.
Like, you could have released it October 20th, October 27th.
Yeah.
something like that. Either way, and they said it's going to start shooting this October. Um, I mean, what more do we need to say about how excited pretty much the internet is right for this project?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I think the little tease that we got at the end of Eternals of supposedly the Blade voice talking to Jon Snow himself. My other theory was that Mr. Moon Knight himself is actually currently in London, and so is Jon Snow. How could it be, if possibly, if they all three of them teamed up and fought Dracula in some sort of like newy like Transylvania? Please give me that movie. I made that movie sound amazing in my head, and make it rated R.
Yeah.
Rock
So,
hard, Mario.
Rock hard indeed.
Ryan, sorry, Ryan. I don't know why I called you Ryan. Mario, I don't know if you know this, but I heard there's a rumor of Anthony Starr being very busy lately because of this movie.
Well, I think he'd be a perfect choice. Who else do you need a debonair, smart, cool, scary person than to be Dracula?
Yeah.
So why not?
Can't
Makes
wait.
sense. Though forever Deacon Frost fan. Bring homeboy back.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill, Ruben.
That's right.
All right, moving on. We have Ironheart. Let's talk about Ironheart, which we'll get to her a little bit more here in a bit. I'm going to get her own show. Agatha, House of Harkness, is now being changed to Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Don't know much about that.
I
So
assume it's a prequel.
more Catherine Hahn, I'm good with.
Yep.
Then we got the official announcement that Captain America 4 is entitled Captain America New World Order.
Fuck.
Bring
yeah.
on Sam. Bring him on.
That's
Bring him on.
such a badass subtitle.
New World Order.
Exactly.
I'm excited that we got away from, obviously we got Thor, Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, but I'm so glad society has moved away. I mean, obviously animation movies moved away from like the 1, 2, 3 numbering of sequels to like actual subtitle stuff. Yeah, that's great. Don't know that much about it other than, it's happening.
Yeah.
There was apparently a trademark name for America, red, white, and black. That would have been an awesome name.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
So yeah, we got our new Captain America movie coming. Let's see, what was that? May 3rd, 2024. Then we talked about earlier. We get a Daredevil show. Woo! It's happening.
Ooh.
It's finally happening. We get our Daredevil show. First season is 18 episodes, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It will have Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. The Born Again series is one of the most well-beloved series of Daredevil comics. So I'm excited to see where they go with it. Ruben, you said you had some, you were mentioning when we were talking about Echo, some issues with this?
Eric, if there's one thing that I'm known for on this show, it's that I believe in the Netflix 13. 18 episodes, way too long. Way too much. Unless this is a one season off thing, this is way too much. It's way too much.
Okay, but what if they were like shorter?
30
These would
minute
probably be like
episodes?
40-minute episodes, where the Netflix ones are like an hour.
No, the Netflix ones were about 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
Even so, hell, 30 minutes, I'd be like, hey, this is still kind of
30 minutes,
I mean,
I'll take, but like I wouldn't like. That's just just give me a 9-episode order, But
to me, it's good. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
As I say, the fact that it will be 18, if they release these, let's just say they do it weekly, that's 18 weeks straight of, straight Daredevil, which can be good for some people, bad for others. I'm just curious about the storytelling and all.
Yeah.
I know you said that you're a fan of the 13. I like a happy medium between the 6 and the 13, because with Netflix shows, there's always that lull period of just like in the middle there that always like it's a hump to get through to get to the story that you're trying to tell. And then with the 6 episodes, almost all of the shows had an issue of like getting enough character development or something missing to get the story feeling right by the end of the 6. So, I mean, I would rather like a happy medium of maybe 8 episodes. But at the same time, I'm very curious why they decided that this was the project that was going to be 18, other than everybody clearly wants Charlie Cox everywhere.
I would rather they break this up 9 episodes 1 year, and then 9 episodes another year.
We'll see. They could release a batch of them. Like here's
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't
6
want
episodes right here.
No. Release 9 episodes weekly, like
Okay.
as they should, and then like, hey guys, leave us on a cliffhanger, and Daredevil will be back next year.
Yeah, it's spring 2024. So we're getting a lot of Daredevil in 2024.
Yep.
With Spider-Man freshman year and Daredevil Born Again. And then surprisingly, the last movie for Phase 5 is Thunderbolts, which that's been kind of been teased up in all the shows. You got U.S. Agent, you've got Zemo is probably going to be in it, Yelena. So give me some Florence Pugh Pugh, and then you're going to have Elaine.
Ghost might actually be a part of it too, I think, because they've just been lingering for so long. I just think it makes sense.
So Elaine's going to be the leader of them all.
Quick question. Sorry. Quick question. I know that obviously Thunderbolt's named after Thunderbolt Ross. Obviously the actor is no longer with us. Do you think that this would be the smart way to replace them by casting a Red Hulk?
I think now with this, so I forget who mentioned it. I think it was the Kind of Funny when I watched the Kind of Funny reaction to it. They said like this could be like a tribute to Ross or something like that. Have the team named after him. But yeah, you can have anybody be Red Hulk. Like obviously, Red Hulk usually is Thunderbolt Ross, and that had some dynamic with Bruce and stuff. But you don't really have to do that with this one.
My thing would be you could personally actually make the Red Hulk. We don't know who he is. We find out at the end of the movie that it's Thunderbolt Ross, but he's de-aged and he's somebody else.
Okay.
And I think that'd be a way to make that character still be around.
Yeah. I'd take that. That sounds really, really good.
Yeah, because last time we saw him was Black Widow, but that was like pre-Civil War. It was a whole.
Yeah.
It's the end of Phase 5. So Phase 5 going to be lasting about a year and a half, which probably is going to be the norm going forward.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. Let me get my next slide here. Then before we get to the big stuff, they showed a new She-Hulk trailer, which give me. I am so freaking ready for this. This trailer was a lot better than the first one. And they did set it up that this is going to be the MCU's first comedy. So I'm just very ready. Just so ready. She-Hulk, just step on me, please.
Yeah, please.
That's all I ask.
Me too.
Yeah, I thought that looked really good, and plus the fact that it's gonna have so many of these like bizarro characters in the background. Like, there's clearly a scene where she's like in some sort of like meeting, and there's these weird creatures that we see that might be tied to some mystical stuff that I think would be pretty fun. Clearly, we see some other heroes and stuff in this, and that big ass reveal of the yellow suit. Well, we don't fully see, but it looks damn awesome in my opinion, because I am a big fan of that suit in general. Yeah, all it is really colors. It's a color swap of the red one. It's just
Ruben, be nice.
I'm sorry.
Be nice.
It's too long. I'm sorry.
Be nice.
I'm not booing you, Mario. I'm booing the suit.
It's a very comic accurate suit. So it's gonna be interesting with that, since this is a comedy. Like, how is Charlie Cox gonna play Matt Murdock in this? Like, it's gonna be interesting to see that dynamic between them.
I see him playing his usual, not funny self, but like in the Netflix show, he was kind of charming.
Yeah,
he's charming.
Yeah.
Especially if you ever watch the movie Stardust, he's very charming in that too. So
I did too.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And we got Wong, the Wong CU.
Can't go wrong with Wong.
So yeah, but yeah, he's great and everything. I love the line, like, the Book of Ashanti, no, the Book of American Laws. I thought that was great. I'm really excited for the show. August 17th can't get here fast enough, and it's got like that perfect WandaVision thing, like 10 episodes of like 30 minutes. WandaVision was perfect.
Yeah,
that was like the perfect length for MCU shows, like episode wise and everything. So we'll see how this goes. And how do you pronounce the lead actress's name again? Tatiana
Maslany.
Okay. And She's great. She
We
was
also
fun.
get Eric.
Yeah.
Potential breaking of the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was confirmed
Yeah.
in that trailer, and that's gonna be fun. I
Very
love fourth
excited.
wall breaking.
Yeah.
I mean, Deadpool does it a little too much, but if you don't do it, every 5 seconds, it could be fun.
Yeah, I hope it's in more of in vein. You ever watch a show called Fleabag? Fleabag does a very similar mechanic, and I love the. It looked like the Hulk saw her do it.
Yeah.
which is
He's
even
like, what the fuck are
which
you
is
doing?
really cool. The way that they could do that, and yeah, no, I'm super excited about this. Where do you think this show takes place in time? Because I've always had that conflicting idea of like the Hulk is healed in this. The Hulk. However, there we have Shang-Chi where it's Mark Ruffalo is normal, but he has a broken arm. At the end of the end game, he has a broken arm, but he's healed in this. Yes, Ruben.
I would like to put in my vote that this is going to be Endgame, but also after Infinity
In those
War.
5 years,
Yeah, those 5 years.
Interesting.
maybe but things didn't seem like really destitute. Like
Right, but
Like-
I mean that's the only thing that makes sense. Like his
Okay.
arm is fully healed.
Okay,
It's
All right.
usable.
we'll see.
So
I would say that like the world, yeah, the world's still reeling with the fact that there's 50 less people in the world, but also cartoons still exist. So I think that like it's possible that this is still going to happen during that period.
So all right, that was She-Hulk talk. Very excited about She-Hulk. I'm
super
so ready.
excited. Can't wait.
She-Hulk step on me. And so they decided, after that, Feige was like, you know what? We're talking Phase 6 right now. And
Which is
then
crazy.
we got the news: Fantastic Four movie will be kicking off Phase 6. Fantastic
Let's
Four coming
fucking
out.
Go, baby.
I forget. It's sometime in November. I think it's November 2024. The one's coming. But yeah, we kind of knew beforehand the cast would not be announced. I think they did say that it's going to be saved for D23.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
makes
will
sense.
Which
have
is
eyes on the
usually
ground.
September.
We will have eyes on the ground. D23. We're sending it right.
So very exciting for Fantastic Four. I wonder who the new director is going to be. They're probably going to announce the new director for that.
Yep.
Because they're probably going to start shooting next year. So pre-production on that. And then, Ruben, the biggest
Moment of
news probably of the day is that we are not getting one, but 2 Avengers movies within a calendar year.
Yep.
And
I think it was 6 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
fucking
first
nuts.
one is May. That's 6 months. That's 6 months apart. So the first one, Avengers 5, I guess we'd be calling it the Kang Dynasty. So, whoo, that's a big one. But then, if you've been following Marvel, if you're a fan of Marvel and you've been watching these movies recently, you knew there was only one way one place, one end goal we were gonna get to, and that is Avengers Secret Wars is happening. And I saw someone put like the black logo, it's like black symbiote suit. I'm like, oh my god. Oh. So, but yeah, it's 2 Avengers movies in a year.
Nuts.
This hasn't been like really seen. Like I know the Matrix did it. Like Matrix Reloaded, Revelations came out within a year of one another.
I thought it was
So, what are your thoughts, Ruben? We get 2 Avengers movies right here.
Eric, I am most excited for the Kang Dynasty Avengers movie. The Secret Wars can fucking wait to blow my mind later, but Kang
You
Dynasty
can wait 6 months.
Yeah, can wait 6 months. But like I can get excited in those 6 months. For now, I'm gonna purely get excited for Kang Dynasty. I'm so excited, I can't wait. Jonathan Majors is gonna fucking kick ass.
Mario, what about you?
I'm very excited to see Secret Wars because this is I'll shout out another PIP member. Frank called this since Infinity War. So he's been saying that they'll eventually get to this sort of moment where you'll have all these characters, and then it wasn't until I think maybe Spider-Man when I was like, oh, we're definitely gonna get some sort of Secret Wars, and it's not only gonna be our only characters, it's gonna be all of the characters from all the movies, and prompted sort of the beginning of MC University really in a lot of ways. So yeah, very much excited to potentially see revisited characters again. Yeah, as we've been doing the show over there at Pip, seeing potentially multiple Hulks, maybe some Ghost Riders, some of these other characters, some Fantastic Four variants. I actually would love for a redo for certain of these characters that I've now found a newfoundness for revisiting the old movies, as well as where the next venture for our characters go. Quick question: do you think that for not the second one, but the first Avengers movie, what team do you think is going to be comprised of? Because it's not going to be every character. What do you think is going to be the focus in that movie?
I would think it's probably going to be cosmic people. I'm thinking we're gonna have some Guardians. Definitely gonna have the Marvels. I think for this one, Ant-Man Squad is gonna be a big one for that because
Yep.
that makes the most sense because it's very bold. Like Marvel's the only one that can do this. Like it's very bold to announce your biggest franchise, two of them, in 6 months from each other. So obviously these stories are gonna be very interconnected with one another. And so I think that the Kang Dynasty stuff, so that's gonna affect probably people on Earth with Secret Wars, like possibly, I don't know if they're gonna call it Battle World. Like that incursion is gonna be happening because of what happens in Kang Dynasty. That incursion is gonna be happening, and they're gonna have to deal with that then. So I think it's very much gonna be more cosmic people for
Yep.
Kang Dynasty.
Eric's nailed it right on the head.
Thank you, Ruben. You don't say that much.
Well,
So
sometimes you don't nail it often.
I,
Do you think that the projects in between the two movies, because most likely there's going to be like a television show probably in between them, will that take place during that, or will that take place before?
I think it'll probably take place before, leading up to it.
Interesting.
Because I know that there was a lot of projects in that weren't announced. There's like 8 more projects left in Phase 6, and so D23 they're probably going to announce more of it. That's probably we're going to get our new Spider-Man movie.
Sure.
And then we're going to get Black Suit. That's what we're getting.
That's a bold claim considering everybody was complaining, oh, well, why wasn't any Spider-Man movies announced during Comic-Con? Like, it's Sony that has to announce the movies. So I just don't see...
give more time to talk about it. But speaking
of
bold claims, you were the king of bold claims.
Yeah, I just...
So I don't want to hear it.
Wait, hold on. I also want to say, what are the chances that we get Nick Cage reprising his role as Ghost Rider in...
Hold on, Ruben. I'm coming back for this.
A ton. Personally.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, he is game for anything. But he loves comic books just as much as we do. So I think that if, Kevin Feige showed up, which he produced the last one.
Yep.
He produced the last 2, if I'm not mistaken. Would absolutely want to be involved. So yeah, I totally could see it.
All right. I'm getting excited.
Yes, sign him up. I'm signing him up for a forum. He's got to be there. Shout out to our Ghost Rider episode.
It's a great episode. But yeah, speaking of Ghost Rider, apparently Ryan Gosling says he wants to be Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I saw that.
Love that.
And then Feige is like, yeah, I want to get Ryan Gosling in here. He'd love to have him.
Yeah.
Fucking Ryan Gosling would be amazing.
I saw him in The Gray Man. I don't know. We should stick to
Is it good? I haven't watched it yet.
It's okay. I mean, it's got a weird thing where Chris Evans is the bad guy, and the Russo brothers and Chris Evans. I just don't see Chris Evans as
Which
the bad
is
guy.
actually a good segue here, Ruben.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Because
You're welcome.
in an interview with Deadline, Feige said that the Russo brothers are not attached with the Avengers projects.
Interesting.
So that'll be interesting to see who they're going to get to direct.
Honestly, my hope is that I have problems with Infinity War. I don't like that they separated the Avengers, so I'm hoping that we're going your route where it's just we focus on one team and they stay together. So, I guess I'll take it.
Get Ryan Coogler for one of them.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Have you seen that trailer? Ooh,
And that is another perfect... Man, we're so on a roll with segues today. The last bit of news we have is they finally unveiled the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer, and that was just really stunning to look at. Visually, just on another level. with anything we've seen in the MCU. Like that from the first shot, it was just this is going to be a very emotional story. But I want to start with you guys first. Mario, what did you think of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer?
I was not excited for Black Panther Wakanda for a few reasons, primarily stemming everything that we were hearing from the production side of it, specifically with a particular actress and them taking on the role of the Black Panther, seemingly. Even though beforehand I love that character, the actress, I was just like not fond. I'm just not interested. And just how they were going to piece this movie together, obviously with the loss of Chadwick Boseman, who was such a world heavyweight star, in my opinion, from the way that that movie kind of came and blew everything away for everybody. You feel his presence in this trailer. When you watch this trailer, this really is sort of a send off for him. You see essentially the funeral of that character, but from there they have to build back up, and I feel that that's what the trailer is really trying to show. What I was not expecting was getting Hispanic culture getting represented
Yeah.
in this movie, and not knowing. I know that I guess there were rumors about Namor the Submariner to be a part of it, but I had no idea it was going to be this version of it, and how fucking cool he looks, and how excited I am for. Clearly in the trailer you see there's definitely some force that's working these two against each other, that I that means that I can still root for the bad guy. So I'm very, very, very excited. There's a lot going on in this movie that I had total reservations for, but now I just cannot wait. I can't wait to be in the theater. It's going to be, it's going to, I said on Twitter, it's going to be Black folks, it's going to be Hispanic folks, and we're shaking hands and we're going to fucking watch the movies together. I'm so excited for it.
I'll just be in my seat for the whole thing.
You're invited to the you're invited to the cookout too, Eric. You're good.
But Ruben, what'd you think? Because I'm interested to hear what you think, because you said you had a lot of trepidations with this.
So, first thing I want to say, the trailer was absolutely phenomenal. Yes, it was. However, story-wise for this movie, I'm a little scared as to where we're going. Like, you showing off Namor, the first trailer, it's good. Don't get me wrong, Mario. I'm not taking away from anything that you have said, but I just feel like, we could have left it a surprise, I mean, I know it wasn't a surprise because we've all been saying
It's been leaked.
rumors. Yeah, it's been leaked and the rumors and stuff. But like,
Yeah.
You could have just played into it like, yeah, no, Namor's not going to be in there,
Well, the thing is, Ruben, how are they going to hide the water for a whole trailer?
I mean,
if we were
you
not
could
going to think
show
about
the
Namor.
water, like we've seen water.
People swimming with whales. No, not Atlanteans.
But also, like, here's the thing, because it also kind of felt like that the whole water scene, like, what the fuck is this? The Avatar? Trailer?
Look good.
Everyone keeps drawing that same comparison for sure. I understand that part.
Yeah, come on.
But also they already did in Marvel, like in the comics, like a long time ago. So.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, like, we've seen water in an MCU trailer before, so you could have just fucking kept with it,
Big deal, Peruvian water.
Yeah, 75% of the Earth. If you didn't know,
Yeah.
Eric. Yeah. So I'm excited for the movie to prove me wrong. But like, I don't know, my guy. I don't know.
I think it's one of those things where
It's tough.
Ryan Coogler can do it. He can figure out how to do this.
I hope
he's so good
I'm
at
rooting for
making
him.
movies that. But am I a little delayed?
A little bit.
No, for me.
Eric,
Ruben, am I delayed?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Turn off your
I'm
camera.
gonna
then
turn
it
off my
back on.
camera and turn back on.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go. Much better.
Okay.
So again, I was really nervous going into this movie because you lost, as Mario said, a heavyweight that is Chadwick, but I think it's beautiful because it can kind of fit into the story, because I definitely like, this is the most advanced civilization in the world, and now they got slapped hard with this.
Yeah.
Like they are in a very broken place right now, and of course I wonder what the thing is, because my guess is I think the Wakandans probably think the Atlanteans had something to do with T'Challa dying. So maybe that kind of rouse them up. But Angela Bassett, such
Ooh,
a
my
commanding
God.
presence in that.
Oh man,
That.
what a force to be reckoned with.
But
Every time I watch a trailer, I cry, especially specifically when I hear her part of it. But
Yeah.
the thing that led me to believe that it's not necessarily that the Atlanteans are involved in that. It does look like that there is some military force that is also working in there, and I'm wondering who that is.
Mhm.
And I think they're going to be the ones that are going to lead these two to fight each other. I personally hope that T'Challa actually is not killed off. I really would rather he died because he had cancer. I would rather that be a part of the character, and that he'd just be graceful. It just means that he dies peacefully, but that comes at a cost of now the world can turn on them, right? The world, they no longer have a protector. I personally find that more powerful, but we'll see how they depict it in the movie.
But yeah, I thought it was an interesting choice to have the Atlanteans appear to be from the South American region. It looked like.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that's an interesting choice. I'm excited to see what they do with that, because that's not the case. This is the first time. Usually, Atlantis is like, hey, we're in the fucking middle of the ocean. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But to actually be part of an established culture, I think that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
With the idea with like African culture being colonized and people taken from their stuff, and then you could say the same thing about the Mayan culture, but them being taken up by like Cortez and stuff like that. They just fit such a narrative, like almost a rhythm to each other. So, and for a culture that supposedly is wiped away, right? The fact that they've gone away, but they're really hidden because of they're underwater or they're Atlantean. I think that is also smart to mix that. So, yeah, very interesting way to mix it.
What's up, Ruben?
I have a question. Do we remember the throwaway line that they had in Endgame where we heard the tsunami? There was that line. Do we remember? No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Okoye says in the hologram scene.
I don't know. Did they have the rights to Namor and them by that time?
No, but she just said like there was an underwater disturbance somewhere off the coast of blah blah blah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. Someone mentioned this on Twitter, and I will say this because we got Namor now. Look out, Sue Storm. So
I don't get it.
Namor is going to try to lay it down. Anywho, and then obviously the big shot, we have a new Black Panther. So everyone's been trying to figure out who it is. Possibly it's going to be Shuri because Letitia Wright does have top billing on the movie apparently. So
let's just not show it. Let's just wait.
The trailer didn't make it seem like that, which is good.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
we got.
I'm gonna hot take right here, right now. I still believe that. Jesus Christ, what's his name?
Baku
Jordan.
Killmonger is probably still alive.
I mean,
variant.
Well, we know how that goes with the variants. I personally, as much as I love Michael B. Jordan, I think it does make more sense to have it to be part of the other group members. If it's M'Baku, or I personally think Nakia could be probably the character, Lupita Nyong'o's character. Not it sucks. I want Shuri to be the Black Panther, but I don't want the actress playing Shuri to be the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be the face of Black Panther.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll find out.
Movie's in 4 months, so we'll see how it goes. And just a phenomenal poster. Oh my god, that's such a great poster.
Perfect.
Released for it. So
the music mix. Oh my god.
Very good. Very excited. Very excited for this movie. I'm back on the Black Panther train because Black Panther is incredible. All right, and that's all the news we got. That's the full recap of Marvel's 2022 Comic-Con slate. I want to thank Professor Mario for coming onto the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. You got anything you want to plug right now?
We're going to do our final episode of season 1 for MC University. We're of course doing Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. And then we're moving. Yep. We're closing out the early 2000s with the final film that started in 2009. And then season 2 will kick off the next decade of Marvel movies. So, and the best part though is that we're actually going to try and keep chronologically of what's going on with the X-Men timeline because it's already fucked up.
I'm so sorry.
If anyone can do it, it's you over there at the university. Y'all can handle this stuff. I believe in y'all.
Lord, help us.
Now he will need Y'all will need some help with that.
Yeah,
That's gonna be it's gonna be very tough. You're gonna have to get whiteboards. You're gonna have to get whiteboards on the
I
back.
created a
Charlie-
digital. I already got a graphic. I just
Nice.
gotta
You're
fill
gonna
it
have to
out.
become Charlie Day.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for showing up. Such a short notice. Really appreciate you having you here. Ruben, what you got to plug?
That's a very good question, Eric. I guess watch yesterday's stream. It was a hell of a good time. Speaking of yesterday's stream, we've decided we're gonna play a lot more Fall Guys and Mario Golf just because that was a hell of a time. Great time. Don't know when. Listen, schedules are crazy, so hopefully we get a round in this week. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Yeah. What about you, Eric? Where can people find you?
You can find me at Eric C again on Twitter. So sadly, no, this is the last show I will be having with this setup, my house, because again, I'm moving next week.
Wow.
So yeah, because it's so crazy to start teaching next Friday, Ruben. It's so wild. But no, I'm moving into while we buy a house, we're gonna move in with my folks real quick, so we don't have to worry about all that crazy money problems real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, out in the middle of the rural sticks, Ruben. So internet will not be the best. I have to do it on my phone, so you'll get a lot of face shots
Either
of me in
that
the
or
future when we talk about
just
She-Hulk.
in your classroom.
Yeah, maybe in my classroom. Who knows? But anyway, yeah. So thank you everyone for showing up to this special episode of Marvel Mondays initiative we have here to talk all things Marvel, and we will see you
Before
on.
we do that,
Let me see when that exact date would be.
Before we
August
do that,
22nd.
Before we do that, Eric, I have
Hmm?
one thing to ask you, and you could just give me your 5-second review. Did you love Thor, Love and Thunder?
Thor: Love and Thunder is a top 10 MCU movie, and I loved it so much. It was my favorite Thor movie.
Christian, eat your fucking heart out, bro.
Thor:
This movie
Love
is
and
gonna get
Thunder
ranked
is
high.
so good. It's so much better. I loved it more than Ragnarok. As a dad, it hit hard for me. I thought it was so good. I thought Gore was really creepy. Christian Bale did a great job. It really focused on Thor, which I didn't feel as though Ragnarok did enough. This one really focused on Thor's struggles and put him at the front and center of his own movie, which is important. So Thor: Love and Thunder is the top 10 MCU movie. Probably my favorite MCU movie of the year so far. I liked it more than Doctor Strange.
All right. Where do you rank it?
So.
I'm sorry.
On mine, I have it at 9.
No, where do you rank it on our list?
Oh, well, we'll do that when we get back.
I just feel like there's gonna be.
We
so
need
much
all three of us
time
here.
right
I need to hear
behind this.
Christian's thoughts.
Just say what you gotta say. Just real
Okay,
quick.
let me do it right here, right now. If I had to say, I would put it above on our thing list right now. I'd probably put it above Black Panther, the new number 10.
Oh fuck yeah! All right, thank you, Eric. I appreciate
And then
that.
Gore would be. I would put Gore. I would put Gore as the new number 10 for villain wise.
Boom,
So,
Eric. We're on the same
anyway,
fucking page.
that's just me.
I did say new number 9 above Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'll take number 10.
I couldn't go that far.
I'll
Like,
take number 10.
Guardians is a special movie.
That's okay. I'll take number 10. Fucking Christian wanted to put it on 21.
Oh my god! Get
Yeah.
out of here!
Yeah.
You get ratioed, Christian.
Yeah,
You love that
ratioed.
joke a lot. You get ratioed now with such a horrible take.
Christian, I'll back you up. I'll back you up.
Mario, no, please don't
This
do this.
is crazy. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on August 22nd when we review the first episode of She-Hulk.